right, it's time for the handoff. Damian Barling's here. D'Lo and Casey coming up noon to 4 right here on ESPN 1320. Damian, where do you land on the whole idea of a win is a win coming off a Kings 9-point victory over the Memphis Hustle Grizzlies last night?
Yeah, I don't care.
You're just in on W's.
Nah, it's just win. Like, I don't care. Like, you can't be mad when they lose games and then mad because they didn't win the way you wanted them to.
Oh, you sure can.
No, that's dumb.
Check us out 10 to noon.
Here's the best. Like, I get it. They stunk last night.
Yeah.
But James, you talked during that stretch of games with the Bucks and the Suns and maybe to a certain degree the Pacers, but that there's lessons in those. There's learning lessons, and that's fine.
Finding ways to win.
Yeah, no, okay, fine. Learn in your W's. I'm all for that. If you want to talk about lessons and all of this stuff, fine. Yeah. Learn something when you win. The fact that the first thing Domas said in the post game last night was, "Well, this was unacceptable. We know it was unacceptable." Great. Accountability. First things first. But it's a lot easier to be accountable when you have a win versus a loss. I don't care how crappy they looked last night. They did what they had to do in the fourth quarter. They had a good second quarter. They had a good third quarter, and they did what they had to do in the final minutes. They won. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
I agree.
I wish I could stretch this out over the next 4 hours and be angry over it or think they got to do this, they got to do that. The fact is they won.
That, and I would add too that it's Domas who steps into that role to talk about it in post game. Like, that dude did nothing wrong. I mean, did he turn the ball over a couple of times? Sure. But we're talking about a guy who went out and grabbed 26 rebounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
26
rebounds.
rebounds.
16 with like a couple minutes left in the first half.
It's incredible. Yeah. I wanted him to get to 30 so bad.
I did too.
Yeah. He did actually. He had 17 and then they took one away at halftime.
Those classic nice. Memphis.
Yeah. Their scorekeepers.
They added it to Jaren Jackson's block total.
Right, they did.
They
may have.
Are you on the Jaren Jackson fraud train with me?
No, I like Jaren Jackson. I'm not going to call him a fraud.
I'm out.
Well, I mean, I don't. Here's what Jaren Jackson isn't come back. He's not an all-star.
Okay.
But
thank. That's all I needed. Thank you.
He's not an all-star, but I'm preparing for another one of those to be named in a couple of days.
Yeah. A couple of guys that you don't think belong.
I think there's going to be a guy probably in Minnesota who gets named to the all-star team who doesn't deserve to.
Yeah.
And a guy who grabbed 26 rebounds last night who might not.
Yeah. I'm with you 100%.
Which is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Rudy Gobert?
ridiculous. Yeah.
Silly.
You think, do you think Gobert will get in or do you think Cat will get in?
I think Rudy Gobert might be the Jaren Jackson. With all due respect to Jaren Jackson and Rudy Gobert for that matter.
Can I real quick?
I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong.
I would like the NBA to separate All-Star from the game itself.
Oh,
like Rudy Gobert could, if like, let's call him an All-Star. Okay. I don't want to watch Rudy Gobert in the All-Star game.
Okay.
I don't want to watch him run around out there trying to block shots and catch lobs. I don't care. So if
some people might feel that way about Domas.
Sure. And you know what? Fine. Include, even though I think you get him running the break, you can throw some cool passes. Okay.
I agree.
But like, I would like that to be a separate game of, hey, here's the 24 most fun guys in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And just let them run around and do highlight stuff. If that's what the All-Star game is.
Well, in that case, it's Kyle Kuzma and it's Dylan Brooks. Throw Jordan Poole out there so you can throw a couple of passes off the backboard.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
I'm so in.
It's on brand with the All-Star game at this point, so why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, why not?
I can understand Minnesota because they are right now the number 1 seed, right? But they don't have a second player who's an All-Star.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I mean, I went through and I started looking at the teams that might have 2 All-Star level guys.
Well, stay at the top of the conference real quick, and you could go. Does OKC?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
All they have is SGA.
SGA. Yeah.
There's no other.
Chet's not there yet. Jalen Williams not there yet.
There's no debatable player.
They have really good players, not 2 All-Stars.
Yeah. Okay. So we can keep going, right? So if you stay at the top of Denver, absolutely not.
Jamal not there this year?
No, Jamal's like 20 points a game. Okay. Like he's not at an All-Star level.
I think Jamal Murray is, an All-Star caliber player who probably shouldn't be in the All-Star game.
Okay.
Like, he is a championship level player. He is the number 2 guy on a championship team, but I don't I agree. I don't think he's an
This is interesting though. Keep going.
But he's averaging 21.4 a game, right? So let's keep going down the list. We get to OKC, then we get to the Clippers. Okay, you can make an argument for Kawhi, and you can make an argument for Paul George.
Yeah, there's no argument for Kawhi. Kawhi's an all-star.
Kawhi is unbelievable.
Yes, but you can't make an argument for both of them to make an all-star team.
I disagree.
Why?
I strongly disagree. They're getting 2, and if it's not Paul George, it's probably James Harden.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I mean, Harden's averaging 17 points a game. And if you're going to compare him, he's averaging 8.6 assists. It's not like he's putting up the gaudy numbers that he has in the past. So if you're going to give Kawhi Leonard at 23.8 and Paul George is at 23 a game.
Yeah, both of those guys are all-stars.
I agree.
I agree that
it might be the best team in the conference.
In the past, they've been all-stars, but Kawhi Leonard gets the nod without any question. But I don't know how do you put him in over a guy who's averaging, how do you put Paul George in over a guy who's averaging 3 points less?
Because they don't 3 points less.
Well, Sabonis is averaging 20. He's at 23.
Okay.
We're talking about 3 points less, but he's leading the league in rebounding. He's averaging 8 assists a game.
I don't think they buy Domantas Sabonis. That's why.
But we're talking about a guy who's already a 3-time all-star.
You don't have to sell me on this.
No,
I understand.
Yeah,
I just I don't know. I'm preparing myself to be angry is basically what I'm doing.
I think people should prepare themselves to be angry.
Keep going real quick. What other teams are there?
The next team is the Kings at the number 5 seed. Let's get to Phoenix.
Okay, so they're probably getting 2.
They're probably getting 2, but
you have to factor in the popularity aspect of this. That's why James Harden to me is.
I don't agree about Devin Booker. That's not my guy, but I also respect it.
Hey, Booker's had a really good season, and I can understand
it to be KD and Devin Booker.
Okay, so Kyrie Irving is
KD's
already
in, I think.
Right,
so.
KD's already in. Mm-hmm. So the next team is Dallas. Luka's already in.
Yep.
There's no way Kyrie's getting in. He's missed too many games, right?
Can't.
We get to the Pelicans. Like, do one of their forwards get in? It's tough, man. But I would tell you that, again, just look at if you take away the fact that they beat the Kings 3 times, but Zion is at 22 points, 4.7 assists, 5.5 rebounds. He doesn't compare statistically at all to Sabonis. He's 2 points per game better than Sabonis, but he's 7 rebounds less, and he's 3.5 assists less. And Brandon Ingram, 21.4. Like, okay, 5.7 assists, 4. He's really good.
So I feel like there's 1 there, but you can't sell me on 2.
No. And then we get to the Lakers. The number 9 seed
2.
is going to get 2.
Yep.
That's
they
garbage.
Absolutely are.
But it's garbage.
You don't have to sell me on this. They are. They're going to keep Anthony Davis out?
No
they
chance.
Should.
No chance.
Nope.
Yeah.
Zero chance.
They're not. They're not going to keep Anthony Davis out.
We're gonna be lucky if they keep Austin Reeves out.
Well,
yeah, there you go.
Probably true.
After that, number 10 is I don't think Lauri Markkanen makes it. I don't think anyone from
that's
Houston.
probably the end of the list right there.
Well, it's not though, because number 12,
Steph
is going to get in.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, my fault. Yep.
And you do know that Steph's stats not as good as De'Aaron Fox's here.
No,
De'Aaron Fox's stats are better.
I'm starting to feel like De'Aaron's in.
Yeah, I'm feeling like De'Aaron's in as well.
And then Domas is like because you can't acknowledge that they're both good. So
Yeah,
Sacramento for God's sake. So one of them has to not be there.
I'd be floored if De'Aaron Fox didn't make it. Honestly, I'd be shocked if Domas didn't.
He'd be the only one in I think it was the top 10.
Oh, in scoring?
Yeah, that wouldn't make it if he didn't make it.
Yeah, that's tough.
That'd be incredible.
This is going to be one of those years where Domas, I think he's going to be an all-star. I'd be very surprised if he's not. But it's like he's not an all-star, but then his first or second team NBA, probably second team.
Yeah.
Well, third team.
Well, I guess it depends how many more games Joe misses.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
If Joe can't qualify for the MVP, that means he can't qualify for all NBA, which means Domas might very well be all second team.
He's already there. He didn't play last night. He's so close to not being.
How many more games do they have in Denver? Am I right?
I think he needs 5 more games of eligibility.
Yikes. Yeah. Yikes. All right, we got to go. D'Lo and KC are coming up next right here on ESPN 1320, Sacramento Sports Leader. See you tomorrow.